Hello, friend. As you can see, above me is a beautiful picture of night sky full of stars. You cannot count them. It's a virtual view of a very little tiny part of the universe. And a question comes to mind. Why something exists? The universe, intelligence, and the limits of human understanding. Let me ask you something simple but uncomfortable. Why does anything exist at all? Not why the universe behaves the way it does, not how technology works, but why there is something instead of nothing. This is not a religious talk. It's not a debate, just an honest conversation grounded in science, logic, and what we already know. Segment 1. The universe had a beginning. Modern science agrees on something important. The universe had a beginning. Space is expanding. Galaxies are moving apart. Background radiation traces something back to a starting point. That means space, time, matter, and energy all came into existence. Here's the part we often rush past. Something that begins cannot cause itself. That's not theology. That's logic. Even the most advanced theories, quantum models, multiverses, still assume laws already exist in place. They don't remove causation, they assume it. So the question doesn't go away, it just gets quieter. Segment 2. Can nothing create something? People often say, well, maybe the universe came from nothing. But in science, nothing is not what most people think. A quantum vacuum isn't empty. It has energy, it has loss, it has structure. True nothingness, no energy, no loss, no potential, has never been observed to produce anything. Not once. Calling something random doesn't explain it. It just admits we don't know the cause. Order still demands explanation. Segment 3. The limits of the human understanding, of the human mind. Here is something we don't like admitting. The human mind has limits. We can see most of reality. We can hear most frequencies. We can't intuitively understand quantum mechanics or infinity. That's why we build instruments. That's why science exists. So when it comes to origins beyond space and time, maybe the problem isn't that there is no answer. Maybe the problem is that our minds were not built to fully grasp it. Not understanding something doesn't make it false. Sometimes it just means it's bigger than us. Segment 4. The human body, a closer example. Let's bring this closer to home. Your body contains about 60,000 miles of blood vessels. How many times could it encircle the world? 60,000 miles of blood vessels in your body. Your heart pumps without asking you. Your immune system fights threats you never notice. Your brain runs on roughly the power of a dim light bulb. And yet here you are thinking about the universe. You didn't design the universe. You didn't code it. You woke up inside it. And despite all our science, we still don't fully understand how consciousness emerges. If this level of complexity exists in one human body, what does that suggest about a universe capable of sustaining itself? Segment 5, AI or artificial intelligence. AI changes the conversation. Let's talk about AI. AI feels powerful, sometimes even unsettling. But here's the truth. It doesn't think. It doesn't understand meaning. It doesn't want or imagine. It has no feeling. The data are fed to them from whom? From us. We supply data to AI and store it in their data bank. It processes patterns because human thought it. How? AI did not create itself. It leads to an important realization. If artificial intelligence requires human understanding, human intelligence, then human intelligence likely didn't create itself either. Hard work matters absolutely. But no one chooses their brain. No one chooses their creative wiring. Effort develops intelligence. It doesn't originate it. Segment 6. Achievement without pride. Technology is not the danger. Pride is. The belief that we did this from nothing. That we answer to nothing. That we are the highest authority. History shows where that leads. Recognizing that intelligence may come from behind us doesn't weaken human achievement. It grounds itself. It reminds us to be responsible, especially with tools as powerful as AI. In closing, so here's the takeaway. The universe exists. It had a beginning. Beginnings require causes. Nothing has never produced something. Intelligence does not create itself. Denying causation requires more faith than knowledge itself. You don't have to label the source. You don't have to decide today. Just don't ignore the question. Some questions are bigger than us. And that might be the most honest place to begin. Thank you for listening.